My name is Alberto Pérez Romera and I'm going to show you my final exam of school organization and students diversity. So, let's see the video. My school is located in Alcantarilla and it welcomes students from different cultural, socioeconomic and educational backgrounds. For example, we have Muslim, Chinese and South American students, and we aim to provide an inclusive education and also to meet the needs of all of our students, including those with special educational needs. And our facilities include, for example, a computer lab and sports field, several classrooms with digital whiteboards, and our staff is composed of experienced teachers, special education experts, and administrative personnel. Now I'm going to show you the answer that the IA has given to me, and I'm going to reflect on the 5 measures that I considered that are essential. And this is the answer, the complete answer. It will be also uploaded in a document. The first measure I would implement would be implementing cultural inclusivity programs, and it seems appropriate for my center because this approach aligns with creating an inclusive educational environment that values diversity. And some current legislation that can support the cultural inclusivity programs includes laws promoting diversity and inclusivity in education, such as the Every Student Succeeds Act of the United States. And the actors affected by implementing cultural and inclusivity programs would be students, families, and in general the whole school community. And the relationships affected by this measure will involve the strengthening of the bond between the school and the families from different cultural backgrounds, enhancing also the cultural understanding among the students and the staff of the school. So the second measure I will implement would be offering bilingual education programs and additional language support for the non-Spanish speaking students. And I think that offering this measure is appropriate for my center because the bilingual education can help the foreign students to integrate in a more effective way. And in Spain there are several laws and regulations that are related to this point. For example, the organic law for the improvement of the educational quality that highlights the importance of a personalized learning and supports also the diversity inside the classrooms. And the key actors affected by the implementation of this measure would be the non-Spanish speaking students because they will benefit directly by receiving linguistic support, and the teaching staff will also be affected because bilingual teachers will need to be hired. And the relationships affected by the implementation of this measure would be the teacher-student relationships, enhancing the communication between them, and the student-student relationship because it will improve the social integration of the students of diverse linguistic backgrounds. The third measure would be creating family involvement programs, and I think it seems appropriate with my center because this approach is aligned with the principle of family engagement, which have been shown to positively impact in the student succeed, and also it improves the communication between the school and the parents. And there is some current legislation that can support this measure, such as the Every Student Succeed Act from the United States. And the actors affected by the implementation of this measure would be the teachers, the school, the families, and also the students. And the implementation of this measure would involve a strengthening in the bond between the school and the parents, enhancing the communication between them too. And because of that, the school can create a more inclusive learning environment for all the students. The fourth measure would be implementing anti-bullying campaigns and social-emotional learning initiatives because this measure I think is appropriate for my center because teaching the students empathy and respect can foster a safe learning environment for all the students, and this is aligned also with creating a positive school climate that promotes the well-being of all the students and prevents bullying. And there are some laws promoting a safe and inclusive school environment, such as anti-bullying legislation and policies that emphasize also the social emotional learning in education. And the actors affected by the implementation of this initiative would be, in general, the whole school community, including parents, teachers, and students. And the implementation of this measure will enhance the connections between the students and the teachers. And by nurturing these relationships, the school can create a supportive atmosphere that promotes the anti-bullying policies. Offering special educational services would be the last measure I would implement. And I think it's appropriate for my school to provide support for the student with special educational needs, offering also individualized education programs to them. And the current legislation that supports and enhances the special educational services includes laws that promote the inclusive education, such as the organic law for the improvement of the educational quality. And the people affected by the implementation of this measure could be the students with special educational needs, their families, and the special education experts. And the relationships affected by the implementation of this initiative will involve the strengthening of the connections between the school and the families of the students with special educational needs, improving also the connection between them. So now I'm going to answer to the question number 3 of this part of the exam. So the proposed solutions cover various important aspects of the educational diversity. However, there is one important aspect of this that is not explicitly addressed, and is the diversity in the teaching methods. This includes incorporating a variety of teaching styles and pedagogical approaches that cater to different learning experiences and cognitive styles. And by focusing on diverse teaching methods, the school can support the students' individual needs. And in summary, adding a focus on diverse teaching methods will ensure a more holistic approach to the educational diversity. Now I'm going to answer to the question number 4 of this part of the exam. So I have to say that there are some relationships that are not explicitly addressed by the AI proposal. For example, inside the peer relationships, there is not a specific focus on creating structured opportunities for positive peer collaboration and relationships and a collaborative learning experience beyond the conflict resolution. And in the teacher-teacher relationship, the proposals don't mention the importance of fostering a collaborative and supportive professional community between all the teachers. So, as a principal of a diverse school, I would implement the following 5 main points about coexistence. The first one would be fostering a culture of inclusion and respect, promoting a school environment that celebrates diversity and fosters the mutual understanding among all the students. And this point reflects the complexity of the organization in terms of catering to the diverse needs and perspectives of all the students. And the second one will be implementing conflict resolution and mediation strategies. And this approach aligns to the transformational leadership style, and it empowers the individual to address the conflicts in a constructively way and promotes a positive change within the school community. So the third point would be anti-bullying and social emotional learning initiatives with programs that teach respect, empathy and social emotional skills in order to create a safe environment for all the students. And this point reflects the complexity of the organization in terms of ensuring the well-being and the personal growth of all the individuals. And the fourth one would be promoting a collaborative learning and team building activities, encouraging students to work together in diverse groups on projects and activities that promote the collaboration, and this also prioritizes the growth and the development of the students and also fosters a sense of community within the school. And the last point of my coexistence program would be providing professional development for the staff on inclusive teaching practices, offering training and support for all the teachers on differentiated instruction and other inclusive teaching strategies to ensure that all the students receive a high quality education. And this point reflects the complexity of the organization in terms of continuously improving the quality of our education and meeting also the diverse learning needs of all the students. So these 5 main points of my coexistence program reflect my leadership style, which combine elements of transformational, servant and inclusive leadership. And with these strategies, I aim to create a school environment that celebrates diversity, promotes the personal growth, and ensures an equitable access to high quality education for all the students. And that will be the end for the block number 2. Now I'm going to answer to the block number 3. So the educational laws in Spain have impacted the attention to diversity in the Spanish educational system, moving into a more inclusive model. This approach has been driven by a growing recognition of the importance of promoting equal opportunities for all the students in education. One key example of diversity in the Spanish educational system is the linguistic diversity. Traditionally, the focus has been on teaching in Spanish as the primary language of instruction. However, recent laws, such as the Organic Law for the Improvement of Educational Quality, emphasize promoting linguistic diversity and supporting the students in their native languages. In primary school, linguistic diversity can be addressed throughout various strategies. Teachers can encourage their students to use their native language in some classroom activities, such as in sharing stories related to their different cultural backgrounds. Also, teachers can incorporate some multilingual resources, such as books, to expose all the students to the linguistic diversity. This can help the students to develop a sense of respect and appreciation for different cultures and languages. In addition, the Spanish educational system has also made some efforts in addressing other forms of diversity, such as gender equality and inclusion of the students with functional diversity. And in conclusion, the evolution of the Spanish educational system from a segregation approach to a more inclusive model has been driven by changes in the educational law and a growing recognition of the importance of catering to the diverse needs of all the students by addressing linguistic diversity, gender equality, and promoting the inclusion of the students with functional diversity. Now I'm going to answer to the last part of the exam. So first of all, I have to say that the mark I think I deserve is a 7, more or less, because of all the effort and dedication that I have put into this subject, and also for the interest that I have shown to it. So now I'm going to talk about the part of school organization, and from this part I have learned the importance of the collaborative leadership, because it emphasized the importance of involving the different stakeholders in the decision-making processes within the school environment, for example. And from the school organization, I would also highlight the part of scheduling, because thanks to it, I have realized how difficult it is to create a school timetable, and how important it is to organize the structure of the school in a good way. And now, talking about the part of school diversity, so thanks to this part of the subject, I have realized that the diversity is not only useful for the students with special educational needs, and now I'm aware of the importance of it, because it has shown me how an inclusive and supportive environment can enhance the learning achievements of all the students. And finally, I have to say that preparing this video has taught me, for example, how to integrate the IA ideas with the practical school management strategies, also ensuring that they are aligned with the legislative requirements and with the school's unique context. And that's all. This is the end of my final exam, and I hope you have liked it. Bye!